Across the vast African savanna, lions are among the most feared predators. They hunt in prides, coordinate perfectly, and rarely fail. But nature always holds surprises. Some prey do not simply run. They fight back. From the deadly kicks of a wildebeest to the powerful counterattacks of African buffalo. And when a lion chooses the wrong target, the hunt can end in a way no one expects. Hidden in the golden grass, a pride of lions silently stalks a herd of African buffalo. The attack is carefully calculated. Even so, the success rate of lions hunting buffalo is only about 15%, far lower than for most other prey. When attacked, buffalo do not simply run, they fight back. A powerful charge knocks one lion off balance, forcing it to leap backward to avoid the deadly horns. After several failed attempts, the lions eventually abandon the hunt. For a long time, African buffalo have been considered one of the most dangerous prey animals on the savanna. On another open plain, the lions continue watching a buffalo herd.
Wow.
They search for a weak or isolated individual, the easiest target. But this time, the buffalo react instantly. One by one, they step forward, lowering their heads and pointing their curved blade-like horns towards the predators. Buffalo horns can grow over 1 meter long and are strong enough to pierce a lion's body. Instead of fleeing, the herd forms a living defensive wall. Facing such unity, the lions are forced to retreat. In nature, sometimes the courage of the prey can completely change the outcome of the hunt. Across the dry grassland, a mother buffalo suddenly charges forward when she sees her calf targeted by lions. Without hesitation, she lowers her head and rushes straight at the predators. An adult buffalo can weigh up to 900 kilograms, several times heavier than a lion. When protecting its young, the force of its charge can become nearly twice as powerful. Within seconds, other buffalo return to help. Buffalo are incredibly effective fighters when they stand together as a herd. Realizing the advantage is gone, the lions retreat. Once again, herd strength and maternal instinct save the calf's life. Amid the massive migration of wildebeest, a lioness begins a hunt. She accelerates after the herd, but struggles to isolate a single target from the chaotic movement. Wildebeest can run up to 65 kilometers per hour, and in large herds, their confusion makes it difficult for predators to choose a victim. Unable to succeed, the lioness drops low into the grass, switching to an ambush strategy. At that moment, a male lion suddenly charges directly into the migration. Using sheer strength, he knocks down an adult wildebeest. A quick bite to the neck ends the prey. In nature, the fastest hunter doesn't always win. Sometimes the strongest one rewrites the ending. In the tall savanna grass, a lioness hides silently, waiting for the perfect ambush. The grass becomes the perfect curtain for predators. But the hunt quickly turns chaotic. An adult wildebeest stands its ground. Wildebeest can weigh up to 250 kilograms and possess extremely sharp curved horns capable of injuring lions. Every time the lioness approaches, the antelope counterattacks. Eventually, it even charges toward the lion. Surprised by such aggression, the lioness finally retreats. Across a dry landscape, two lions chase a giraffe. Its enormous strides kick up long trails of dust. Despite its size, a giraffe can run up to 60 kilometers per hour in short bursts. But its most terrifying weapon is the powerful kick from legs nearly 2 meters long. Suddenly, the giraffe unleashes a massive sideways kick that sends a lion flying. It stomps the ground repeatedly, forcing the predators to stop. Facing kicks capable of crushing skulls, the lions finally give up. On the open savanna, a lion quietly stalks a mother giraffe and her calf. In the distance, the rest of the herd has already fled, leaving the pair alone. The mother giraffe immediately positions herself between the lion and her calf, delivering warning kicks. During the chaos, the calf slips and falls into a dry ditch. The lion seizes the opportunity and attacks the exhausted young animal. The mother giraffe has no choice but to retreat to survive. Across the open plains, a lioness and her cub suddenly find themselves surrounded by African wild dogs. The pack moves in circles, applying constant pressure. African wild dogs are among the most coordinated hunters in the animal kingdom. Suddenly, the lioness charges directly into the pack, grabbing one wild dog in her powerful jaws. The entire pack instantly fights back, biting and harassing her to rescue their companion. Amid the chaos, The cub manages to escape. Lions are the only big cats willing to fight directly to protect their cubs, and a single brutal counterattack can make other predators hesitate. Eventually, the wild dogs retreat. On a dry grassland, a lone lioness becomes surrounded by African wild dogs. They repeatedly rush in and retreat, trying to exhaust their opponent. Wild dogs are the most successful hunters in nature, with success rates reaching up to 80%. Unlike many predators, they rely on endurance and teamwork to wear down prey. But the lioness remains calm. Standing her ground, she slows the attacks with patience and intimidation. Realizing the risk is too high, the wild dogs finally retreat. In nature, the one who conserves energy often survives the longest. Under the scorching sun, a lone lion becomes surrounded by a clan of hyenas. Their eerie laughter echoes across the grassland.
He's trapped.
They attack from all sides, biting and harassing to drain the lion's strength. Hyenas are famous for endurance hunts that can chase prey for several kilometers until exhaustion. The lion swings its claws in defense, but is gradually pushed back by sheer numbers. Then suddenly another lion appears. With just one ally, the situation instantly changes. The two lions briefly touch heads before retreating together safely. Sometimes, having one partner is enough to survive. While patrolling its territory, a lion spots several hyenas resting nearby. It approaches silently like a ghost. The hyenas remain unaware that danger is already behind them. Suddenly, the lion attacks. With a massive pounce weighing hundreds of kilograms, a young hyena is pinned to the ground. An adult male lion can weigh over 200 kilograms, nearly twice the size of a hyena. But this time, the lion does not kill. Instead, it releases the hyena after a moment. A clear warning from the king of the savannah. Near a recent kill, a group of hyenas tries to finish eating what remains of a lion's prey. But stolen meals rarely come easily. A lion suddenly charges in and immediately kills one hyena in retaliation. But hyenas never fight alone. A clan can contain over 20 members, and they quickly return to rescue their companion. Hyenas possess a bite force of over 1,100 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush large bones. Surrounded by chaos and snapping jaws, the lion is eventually forced to abandon the carcass and retreat. In nature, sometimes even the strongest must retreat to survive another day. After being harassed repeatedly, a male lion finally decides to strike back. He patiently waits until one hyena strays too far from the group. In a split second, the lion launches forward and slams the animal to the ground. Lions possess a bite force of around 650 pounds per square inch, powerful enough to break many bones. Hyenas are famous for their pack tactics and incredible toughness, but seeing one of their own killed instantly causes hesitation. Within seconds of chaos, the unlucky hyena collapses. This time, the king of the savannah collects his debt in blood. In this scene, a lone male lion confronts an entire clan of hyenas to defend his territory. Despite being surrounded by aggressive predators, he stands his ground without retreating. Hyenas usually rely on the strength of their clan, but a male lion possesses a bite force of around 650 pounds per square inch and immense muscular power, enough to make any opponent cautious. Suddenly, the lion launches a violent attack on an injured hyena. Although the rest of the clan tries to return and rescue their companion, it is already too late. In the end, the male lion walks away, leaving behind the motionless body of the hyena. In this scene, two lionesses discover several hyena cubs basking in the sun near their den. They immediately lower their bodies and silently approach, preparing for a surprise attack. But at the last moment, the cubs notice the danger and run straight toward their den. Fortunately for them, hyena dens usually have extremely narrow entrances, naturally designed to prevent large predators like lions from getting inside. In this scene, two male lions are patrolling their territory when they suddenly encounter a clan of hyenas near their den. One hyena cub fails to reach the safety of the den in time and is quickly captured. In the wild, lions are among the leading causes of death for hyena cubs, especially when they wander too far from their dens. Within seconds, the ambush is over. The hyena cub does not survive the attack. In this scene, a young male lion tries to eat quickly from a carcass, while a clan of hyenas begins surrounding him. Hyenas are famous for their pack pressure strategy, constantly moving closer to force predators to abandon their food. Even though lions possess superior strength, a single lion often struggles against an entire clan. The lion growls and attempts to drive them away, but the circle keeps tightening. Finally, Overwhelmed by sheer numbers, the lion is forced to retreat, leaving the carcass to the waiting hyenas. In this scene, a male lion spots two hyenas trespassing in his territory and immediately launches a surprise ambush. One hyena manages to escape, but the other is not so fortunate. Pinned beneath powerful jaws and claws, the hyena struggles desperately while its companion can only watch from a distance, unable to intervene. In this scene, a lioness has just brought down her prey when a greedy clan of hyenas arrives, hoping to steal the meal. Despite being surrounded, the lioness growls fiercely and refuses to surrender the prey she worked so hard to catch. Eventually, the hyenas manage to snatch only a few scraps before retreating. Exhausted but determined, the lioness keeps most of her kill. In this scene, a clan of hyenas surrounds a lone lioness, trying to pressure her into abandoning her prey. Outnumbered, she still stands firm, growling as she protects the carcass. The tension rises as the hyenas move closer. Hyenas often rely on numbers to intimidate solitary predators. But then everything changes. A male lion appears in the distance. The moment he approaches, the hyena formation collapses instantly. In this scene, a large clan of hyenas surrounds a lone male lion, attempting to intimidate him with their numbers. They circle him constantly, moving closer and closer. But the lion shows no fear, only irritation. Suddenly, he charges in fury and grabs a hyena in his massive jaws. Within seconds, the hyena goes limp. The lion drops the body to the ground, not out of mercy, but as a brutal warning to the rest of the clan. In this scene, a male lion discovers hyenas feeding on the prey he had captured earlier. Without hesitation, he launches a violent counterattack and grabs one hyena in his jaws. But instead of fleeing, the clan circles back, harassing and attacking repeatedly. Hyenas are known for their coordinated pack tactics, using teamwork to pressure even larger predators. Under relentless harassment, the lion eventually loosens his grip. The hyenas quickly drag their injured companion away from danger. Hidden in the bushes, a male lion patiently waits for an ambush opportunity. Then a young hyena unknowingly wanders too close. In a split second, the lion bursts out of the bushes. Lions can accelerate to nearly 80 kilometers per hour in short bursts, leaving the young hyena with no chance of escape. Within only a few strides, the lion's powerful jaws clamp down on its prey. A precise bite to the neck becomes an instant death sentence. In the wild, lions often kill hyenas not to eat them, but to eliminate a territorial rival. In this scene, a coalition of young male lions suddenly discovers a lost hyena cub. They surround the small animal, curiously playing with it. Within seconds, adult hyenas rush in, ready to risk everything to rescue their young. Hyenas are known for their strong social bonds and coordinated defense. Outnumbered, the young lions retreat, while the hyena clan quickly escorts the cub back to safety. In this scene, a greedy hyena attempts to steal a lion's kill, but quickly pays the price. A male lion charges forward and pins it to the ground, protecting his meal. But at the most dangerous moment, the entire hyena clan rushes in. Facing overwhelming numbers, the lion finally loosens his grip. The hyena survives, saved by the strength of the clan. In this scene, a group of hyenas attempts to steal a buffalo carcass from two lionesses. They surround the lions and apply pressure with their usual pack tactics. But their noise attracts the most dangerous attention. Two adult male lions suddenly charge in, and within seconds, a hyena is captured. In this scene, a brown hyena unexpectedly finds itself surrounded by an entire pride of lions. But instead of attacking immediately, the lions hesitate. Brown hyenas are extremely rare and look very different from the familiar spotted hyenas. In this strange moment, hunting instinct gives way to caution. In this scene, a clan of hyenas has just brought down a buffalo calf after a long and exhausting chase. But suddenly, a pride of lions emerges from the darkness. In many regions of Africa, lions steal more than half of the prey that hyenas capture, simply through dominance and intimidation. On cracked earth during the dry season, an African wild dog was fleeing when a male lion caught up. A powerful swipe knocked it down onto the sand. The pack quickly circled back in distress, but it was too late. Lions do not always kill for food. With far greater size and territorial dominance, they often eliminate African wild dogs as competitors for prey. Across many parts of Africa, especially during the dry season when food is scarce, violent clashes between these two species occur frequently. Amid the tense standoff, the lion stood firm without retreating. He did not consume the fallen animal. It was a warning, a declaration of power across the harsh savanna. Near a den on the open savanna, African wild dog pups played carelessly, unaware of the danger approaching. From a distance, a male lion slowly advanced toward the sound. Within seconds, with a short but powerful charge, he seized a pup before it could react. With no adults present to defend them, the young dogs were completely helpless. But this was not merely a hunt. On the African savanna, lions and African wild dogs are direct competitors for territory and prey. When encountering unprotected pups, lions sometimes attack not for food, but to eliminate a future threat. In silence that followed, the act became a cold message. There is no room for rivals to grow. In the calm, windless savanna, a male lion stood motionless, its gaze fixed on the pair of buffaloes before it. One of them was limping. In nature, injury is a clear sign of weakness, and predators always recognize it. The injured buffalo moved slowly, waiting for the moment the distance was close enough. The lion lunged. The mother buffalo turned to fight back, lowering her head and using her curved horns to fiercely butt. But exhaustion and injury slowed her reaction time. With its large size, the lion used its body weight to overpower her, then tightened its grip with a precise bite to the throat, a familiar finishing technique when confronting large prey. In just seconds, the struggle ended. In nature, predators don't choose the strongest, they choose the most vulnerable. Across grasslands, trembling in the heat, a pride of lions patiently closed in on a herd of African buffalo, applying constant pressure to isolate the weakest individual. When a gap appeared, they accelerated, forcing a slower buffalo away from the herd's protective formation. Two lionesses immediately coordinated. With powerful shoulder muscles, they gripped with their forelimbs and leapt onto the buffalo's back. Rather than seeking an instant kill, they used their combined body weight to destabilize the nearly 1-ton animal, gradually draining its strength. Their objective was clear: bring it to the ground. The buffalo fought fiercely. But when it slipped and collapsed, the outcome was decided. A lioness locked onto its throat with a suffocating bite, a method that rapidly weakens prey through oxygen deprivation. On the still grassland, a male lion spotted an injured African buffalo resting. He lowered his head and advanced cautiously. But the buffalo, though lame in one leg, suddenly turned and charged. The horns of an adult buffalo can inflict fatal injuries, even on an apex predator. As the standoff intensified, two additional male lions appeared. One circled wide, pressuring from behind and forcing the buffalo into confusion. When an opening emerged, all three lunged simultaneously, using their combined mass to bring the several hundred-kilogram animal crashing down. In many regions, African buffalo account for 40 to 60% of a lion's diet. The hunt is risky, but the reward can sustain a pride for days. For lions, danger and benefit always go hand in hand. Within scorched brush, a lone lioness suddenly charged at a young elephant separated from its herd. Perhaps cubs waited behind her, and hunger forced the risk. She leapt high, gripping with her claws and clamping her jaws onto the shoulder, attempting to pull the massive prey down. But even a juvenile elephant is not an easy target. Their skin can exceed 2.5 centimeters in thickness, tough enough to limit deep bites. The elephant thrashed violently, shaking its body and dragging the predator through clouds of dust. The tense struggle continued amid panicked trumpets. Eventually, the young elephant broke free into the brush. The lioness had failed in this hunt. On dusty ground, a herd of elephants quickly tightened formation upon sensing danger. The adults formed a sealed circle, their multi-ton bodies standing like an impenetrable gray wall, fully shielding the calves in the center. Lions rarely hunt elephants. The risk is immense, but when prey is scarce, bold calculations must be made. A few exhausted elephants struggled to rejoin the herd. One lagged behind, yet its size was still too great for a solitary lion. Then a smaller target appeared, half a step slower. This time, there was not just one predator. A pride of more than 30 lions was present, individuals experienced in hunting elephants. They spread out, patiently applying pressure, searching for a weakness in the living wall. When numbers and strategy combine, even the largest creature can become a target. While patrolling territorial boundaries, two male lions suddenly detected an unfamiliar figure moving through the grass. A single foreign scent was enough to trigger instinct. They lowered their heads, closed in, and abruptly attacked. The clash erupted violently within seconds.
Hey, look, here we go. Wow.
Heavy forepaw strikes landed as roars shook the air. For male lions, territory means access to females and food resources. Coalitions defend their range relentlessly, ready to eliminate intruders. The solitary lion struggled within the encirclement, rolled free from a decisive hold, and bolted away. Blood may have been spilled, but his life was spared. Across a dust-filled savanna, two male lions collided in a battle for access to a lioness. Within moments, the confrontation became a brutal exchange of muscle and claws. Heavy forepaw blows struck with enough force to break bones if properly landed. The smaller male, though physically disadvantaged, refused to retreat. He repeatedly delivered kicks with his hind legs, a defensive technique used to deflect potentially fatal strikes in an instant. In lion society, battles for mating rights are common and often leave deep scars, sometimes costing lives. Yet at the peak of tension, both suddenly paused. When they lifted their heads in search of their prize, the lioness had already departed. The brutal conflict became meaningless. Both males quickly walked away. Deep within the dense forest canopy, a troop of monkeys was foraging in the trees when a predator appeared. High above, a harpy eagle silently circled, its eyesight capable of spotting prey from hundreds of meters away. As the monkeys panicked and fled, one individual was locked onto in an instant. The eagle swooped down with talons over 12 centimeters long, almost as strong as a bear's claws. With a precise pounce, the monkey was lifted from the treetops and carried straight back to its nest. A single successful hunt could feed the entire eagle family for several days. High in the sky, the peregrine falcon silently observed the ground. With just a slight movement, it locked onto its target, a rabbit scurrying across the grass. Immediately, the falcon swooped down in a deadly dive. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world, capable of speeds exceeding 320 kilometers per hour when diving, faster than many race cars. The rabbit accelerated and constantly changed direction to escape. But at that speed, the distance quickly narrowed. In a split second, its razor-sharp talons closed in, and the chase ended almost instantly. High above, the eagle circles patiently, observing the groundhogs below. The small rodents always stay near their burrows and constantly send out warning signals when they detect a predator. Many eagle dives fail because of this vigilance, but just one moment of carelessness, when a rodent strays from its burrow. Immediately, the eagle closes its wings and swoops down. With eyesight capable of spotting small prey from hundreds of meters away and incredibly strong talons, the attack happens almost in the blink of an eye. The eagle silently observed from above, its sharp eyes scanning every subtle movement below. In an instant, it spotted the fox moving across the open ground. Sensing danger, the fox immediately sped away, but it was too late. The eagle folded its wings and swooped down with terrifying speed, its talons powerful enough to pierce bone. The successive attacks unbalanced the fox. Finally, a precise dive sealed the deal. Its sharp talons clamped down on its prey, a testament to the absolute power of the predator that reigns supreme in the skies. Young eagles require a large amount of food to develop, so parent eagles must hunt almost continuously. From high above, they circle, observing with eyesight that can spot prey from hundreds of meters away. Upon spotting a vulnerable rabbit, the golden eagle immediately accelerates, closes its wings, and swoops down at speeds that can exceed 240 kilometers per hour. In an instant, its powerful, curved talons grip the prey in a precise pounce. After subduing the animal, it usually eats a portion quickly to regain strength, then carries the rest back to the nest to feed its young. Golden eagles are master hunters from the air, and fish are no exception. From heights of tens of meters, eagles can clearly see even the slightest movements beneath the water's surface, thanks to eyesight many times sharper than that of humans. Upon spotting a fish nearing the surface, the eagle immediately folds its wings and swoops down at incredible speed. In an instant, its sharp talons snap shut, piercing through the slippery scales. Remarkably, the eagle's talons possess enough grip to hold on to struggling prey, allowing it to lift fish weighing almost as much as its own body weight. On snow-covered cliffs, winter transforms everything into a harsh battle for survival. Food scarcity forces eagles to fly dozens of kilometers each day in search of a chance to survive. With eyesight capable of spotting prey from over 3 kilometers away, a golden eagle spotted the carcass of a dead fox, where a flock of crows were fighting over the meal. It immediately swooped down, driving the entire flock of crows away in seconds. But at that very moment, another eagle appeared. The two predators engaged in a mid-air confrontation. Their razor-sharp talons poised to deliver a fatal blow. In the harsh winter, only the victor gets to eat. In winter, when prey becomes extremely scarce, the eagle remains the most fearsome predator in the sky. With eyesight many times sharper than humans, eagles can detect the slightest movement against the white snow. In an instant, the golden eagle swoops down from a great height. The rabbit senses danger and immediately flees, but all efforts are in vain. Just seconds later, its sharp talons tighten, ending the cold hunt. During the harsh winter, when the ground freezes and prey becomes extremely scarce, the struggle for food among eagles intensifies. On the frigid coast, Steller's sea eagles frequently face a dangerous opponent, the golden eagle. Despite Steller's sea eagles' massive size, the golden eagles are superior in combat experience. In an instant, the golden eagle, with its sharp talons, locks onto its target, delivering precise blows to seize its prey. Severely wounded, the Steller sea eagle is forced to flee for its life, but in the freezing winter, even a single wound can be fatal for here. Survival is not for the weak. In a lightning-fast hunt, the falcon spotted a squirrel moving in a tree. Immediately, it accelerated and swooped down from above. The squirrel was no easy catch. It was known for its agility, excellent dodging reflexes, and often zigzag to escape. But the falcon is the fastest bird of prey in the world. In just seconds, it adjusted its trajectory, locked onto its target with its incredibly sharp eyesight, and delivered a precise grab. Its talons clamped down, a fatal blow ending the struggle. Without hesitation, the falcon carried its prey away. An eagle was resting when suddenly a hawk swooped down to attack. But this time, the predator had chosen the wrong target. In a split second, the eagle reacted swiftly, seizing the hawk with its incredibly strong talons. The hawk struggled violently in its nest, trying to escape. However, the eagle's talons were designed to hold and lock down its prey, with enough force to incapacitate it in a very short time. Once the advantage shifted to the eagle, the confrontation was quickly decided. Its superior strength and size allowed the eagle to completely control the situation. In just a few seconds, the hawk was subdued. A dramatic moment unfolded as the owl rested in its nest when a hawk suddenly swooped down in attack. The assault was swift and intense. However, realizing it had no clear advantage, the hawk was forced to fly away. But it didn't leave. The hawk continued circling the nest, patiently searching for another opportunity. The owl understood this. It kept its eyes on the attacker. Owls possess incredibly sensitive hearing and eyesight, allowing them to detect movement even in low light. And the moment the hawk swooped down again, the owl counterattacked, completely shattering the element of surprise. The owl immediately pursued the hawk. As dawn breaks, an eagle begins the day's hunt with fresh energy. From hundreds of meters above the ground, its extraordinary eyesight detects even the slightest movement below. A young deer becomes the target. The eagle folds its wings and dives. The impact sends both sliding across a rocky slope. The fawn immediately struggles to its feet, kicking wildly to escape the powerful talons gripping its body. Faced with such fierce resistance, the eagle is forced to release its grip, but the hunt is not over. Only seconds later, it locks onto another target within the herd. With its powerful curved talons capable of gripping prey with crushing force, the eagle snatches another young deer from the ground and soars back into the sky. The eagle continues its hunt across the open sky, from high above. It focuses on a group of young warthogs busy searching for food. In an instant, the eagle folds its wings and dives. The powerful strike lands with incredible force as its curved talons clamp tightly onto the prey. The young warthog struggles desperately, trying to break free, but its resistance is no match for the grip of talons designed to hold writhing prey. For many eagles, the dive itself is the deadliest weapon. Within seconds, the struggle fades. The eagle lifts the young warthog and carries it toward a safer place. Thousands of scarlet macaws cover the cliffs along a riverbank, their bright red feathers lighting up the landscape. The air fills with loud calls as the birds crowd the steep clay walls where they dig nesting holes. But from above, the ruler of the sky arrives. As the eagle swoops down, the entire flock explodes into chaotic flight. The predator glides close to the cliff face, slicing through the air at astonishing speed. While thousands of birds scatter in panic, the eagle's sharp eyes remain locked on a single target. In one swift moment, its talons close. Within the dense flock, the very crowd meant for protection becomes a weakness, and the predator needs only a second to turn chaos into opportunity. When spring arrives, the ice around Talon Island begins to melt, allowing thousands of seabirds to return. The cold cliffs quickly transform into a bustling city of birds. While their numbers help them detect danger sooner, they also attract predators from the sky. An eagle appears, gliding smoothly on rising air currents. Its sharp eyes scan the thousands of birds below, patiently waiting for a moment of vulnerability. Then the opportunity comes. The eagle dives, scattering the flock in panic. In a split second, its talons close around a kittiwake that fails to escape ending one life to sustain another. Every year, flocks of demoiselle cranes must face one of the most difficult challenges of their migration crossing the Himalayas. At altitudes above 5,000 meters, thin air and freezing winds make every wing beat a struggle for survival, especially for young birds. But even here, predators are waiting. With vision sharp enough to detect prey from kilometers away, eagles watch the flock as it passes along the mountains. The mid-air attack happens instantly. Talons sink into the body of a young crane. Often, eagles hunt in pairs, forcing weaker birds to separate from the safety of the flock. The cranes continue flying in such a harsh journey. Stopping could mean death. An eagle suddenly plunges downward like an arrow, launching a lightning-fast strike. But the prey reacts just in time, diving beneath the water before the talons reach the surface. The eagle spreads its wings, stretching over 2 meters wide to break sharply and circle again. Finally, the mistake comes. When the prey stays above the water a moment too long, the eagle's talons snap shut, ending the hunt. Across dry ground, unexpected encounters between eagles and lizards sometimes occur. From above, the eagle dives swiftly and pins the small reptile to the ground with its curved talons. But the lizard refuses to surrender. It thrashes violently and repeatedly bites the predator's leg. Though small, its stubborn bites force the eagle to maintain a tight hold while avoiding injury. The struggle continues for several moments. The eagle tightens its grip as the lizard fights desperately for survival. Eventually, the reptile's strength fades under the pressure of powerful talons. It finally becomes still. The eagle then begins feeding on its prey. A cuckoo lies pinned to the ground beneath a hawk. Its wings are pressed tightly against the earth, leaving no space to take flight. It struggles desperately, trying to escape. But the hawk's talons are built to lock prey in place, curved claws tightening, even as the bird fights. Each time the cuckoo twists in search of an opening, the pressure increases. The hawk maintains perfect control, allowing no opportunity for escape. Within minutes, the cuckoo's strength fades. Silence returns to the ground as the confrontation ends. A hawk pins a jackdaw to the ground, its curved talons digging deep into the prey. Nearby, young jackdaws scream in panic. Suddenly, adult jackdaws rush in. They attempt to pull the predator away, using all their strength to defend their companion. But a hawk's talons are designed to hold prey firmly. The grip is strong enough to restrain birds of similar size. Despite the flock's efforts, the hawk maintains its hold. Sometimes, even numbers cannot overcome the power of a skilled predator. A squirrel sits quietly on a pile of seeds, chewing while occasionally lifting its head to observe the surroundings. Its small ears twitch, catching even the faintest sound. But the real danger comes from above. Without warning, a shadow flashes overhead and the ground erupts as a hawk strikes. The dive happens in a split second. Sharp talons slam down, pinning the squirrel to the earth. Before it can react or escape, its entire body is locked in place. Within seconds, the hunt is over. Among the fallen logs of a forest, a squirrel frantically dodges a hawk circling overhead. Using its agility, the squirrel darts around tree stumps and fallen wood to evade the predator. It finally hides beneath a decaying log, hoping the terrain will protect it. But the hunter in the sky waits patiently. One small mistake is enough. The hawk suddenly dives, its curved talons pinning the squirrel to the ground. The squirrel struggles desperately to break free, but against the strength of the aerial predator, its efforts are futile. Moments later, the hawk begins feeding on its captured prey. In the wild, strength does not always guarantee victory. Even top predators like lions can make mistakes. And when that happens, a single charge, a powerful kick, or one brief moment of miscalculation can be enough to turn the hunter into the one forced to retreat. That is the harsh rule of the natural world.